Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix
By the skin of their teeth, they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
with Stix
Whoa, homie, what's happening? We finally getting to connect this week, brother.
Weekend activity for the boys. Yes, I can't believe I went across the whole slate. I couldn't find nothing interesting for college for me to do anything with, to even catch my attention. So it was like, and I watched a little bit of hockey this morning, but nothing was keeping my attention, bro. I think I've been watching too much TV, G. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a situation where dudes like us, we love sports. We could literally watch sports. We could watch sports stories. We could watch documentary, all that shit, right? But it's sometimes where I separate and I start watching like shows and I'll be locked in, G. I just was watching. So they just came out with a remake of The Eraser. You remember The Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
You have been erased. They just did a remake of that they just put on HBO Max that just dropped for free. And I just watched that, and you know how remakes go. Yeah, it is what it is. So I had to watch it, but they crowbarred the "you have now been erased." You're gonna crowbar in an old Arnold Schwarzenegger line.
Oh, they did dirty like that.
Yeah. So
you know what it is, homie, is I don't know how you feel about this, but this is kind of how I get to take. Well, first of all, with my depression is kind of kicking me out of the game a little bit. Can't get excited about nothing and all that. But to compound that is our brutal betting record in the last few weeks that has kind of put a damper on that. It's hard to watch these games sometimes and get bought in when you know what should happen, and then you got shit that doesn't happen the way that you know it should happen, and you're like, oh wait, like we talked about last week. Oh, this team's good, all of a sudden they're shit the week before. Now they're great, or this team is great and now they're shit and stuff like that. But I feel it though. I mean, and then I think it's kind of the turn between still coming off the Mariners not bandwagon, but Mariners hype, going in. I mean, I still caught a little MLB action last night. But it was more of like, having some beers with the boys and chilling and watching the game and some wings and all that good stuff.
Something can catch my attention over here now, where what I'm saying? Like I might entertain something else right now. I'm not 100,000% connected. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool because I could at least find out what's going on in the world nowadays.
Yeah, right. And then we had to keep pushing it back, and we had all these ideas, and now we're pushing the last day before NFL gets in. But yeah, man, I feel you, homie. Sometimes you have to take that little bit of disconnect. It's kind of what I did this week too. I had all these freaking interviews all at once, and it's like boom, 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 which is good, So, but yeah, man.
And me at the same time, I want a hype story. I need a week full of hype stories that just has me salivating, ready to talk up,
and which is surprising that there's not. I mean, we'll probably get into it here in a second, but NBA, like, they usually got some good crackhead stories going on, or some foolishness in the first week, and to get you going. But you ain't got nothing going there this week. Man. This is the first time, and I think that I think after this week, bro, it's going to start popping off with all this stuff. The World Series in full effect. Exactly. We got the Kraken rolling. You got the NBA nonsense going down. My apologies, Dirk Irvin, for calling out your Blazers and talking about how they were 4-0 and then they get beat the day that
come on, it was a phony record. I mean, to be honest with you, it's the beginning of the season. It's a small sample size. They're undefeated ATS or whatever. This ain't gonna last, because who do you know on that squad besides the boy Dimes? You don't know anybody but Damian Lillard. That's it. And you might know Simons because he's causing a little bit of conversation down there in Nurkic, but whatever his name is. Damn it, I'm sitting up here trying to say it again.
Nurkic.
I don't damn it know. Okay, that's what his name is. Okay, he plays in Portland, so we don't need to know unless his name was Damian Lillard. So so I mean, it's cool for them. They beat Denver, beat a couple teams. Okay, but for what? I mean, it's week one.
Yeah, week one and still getting into action. It's also, it's like I said, checked out the MLB game last night. Our plays were Philly money line first 5, which they ended up pushing, which is pretty good when they were down 3-0 and then 5-2 or 5-2 or something like that. And then Jones went in on the our boy Jones went in on the game money line. I think it was like plus 150 ish, and took the sports fix with Stix and Nos Big Homie's advice and placed that little wager. So hey, we got some winners out there for you all every once in a while. But what did you think of, did you get to see any of that game 1 last night?
Man, well, like I said, I was wrapped up in streaming services, bro. I completely forgot, right? So I completely forgot. So I end up missing the jump off and missed the one. I guess the second best thing that happened last night was old boy thinking that he knew the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner.
I remember watching that, but I didn't catch it, but I did kind of hear about it.
Now this is in Homie's ballpark right here. Welcome to Homie International Field. Okay, this is where I love hanging out at right here. Look, that shows you that you wasn't even paying attention to the damn national anthem, bro. Years ago, I remember you having getting a little warm, a little heated about us being at a game and my behavior pattern during the national anthem. Look, it's gotta stop, bro. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, when you start turning the national anthem into a joke because half the fools either can't sing or 2 don't know the damn lyrics, we're not playing another country. You're turning the damn national anthem into a joke by singing it before every sporting event. You gotta relax with that. Okay, I understand that we're the greatest country in the world and all of that. We don't need to tell ourselves that.
Did he mess up the whole thing or just
this dude did a triple remix, bro. I think I heard the damn second chorus line with the Rockets red glare and all that. I heard that twice, bro. You know what I'm saying? And everything was still streaming, multiple times. You know what I'm saying? The Rockets had red glare multiple times. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and then the crowd was like, they were showing the players, and they had, a couple of Bryce Harper. They was on him for a second, and it looked like his eyebrow kind of did a thing, but he was trying to keep a straight face.
What the hell just happened?
I was thinking that he was like an English dude or something, because it was a brother, and he had dreads, and you never know nowadays. I've been watching so many of these damn shows. Everybody got a damn English accent nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who's English and who's American nowadays when I just look at them, right? It's like when you look at the Latin brothers playing baseball. We never know. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice fresh lineup, a nice fade. I be want to go, "What's up, homie?" And they go, "Can I talk about it all day?" And I go, "Oh, shit, my bad, dog." So it was one of those. I thought he was an English dude. And I'm like, okay, so why would they have an English dude singing the Star Spangled Banner? So I guess he's off the hook with that. I mean, but he's not dude from Texas, man. Texas, he ain't gonna be allowed back in Texas ever again. You think somebody is heavily engrossed in flag waving? It is Texas. You know what I'm saying? That's major disrespect for them. I don't even want to be in his neighborhood, bro.
Well, Philly pulled out that game 1 last night, which was pretty good. Extra innings, 10 innings, I believe.
Look at that, man.
Got the homer, plus 160 for the series, like you said. And you brought up this question, homie. So this is interesting, and I didn't even freaking realize that Houston's 4th World Series in 6 years. They want to win this one badly. They forget about the cheating. I got you there for sure.
That's the mission this year for them. This squad, Senor Altuve, and his mission with his new cast of characters, their mission is to win this damn thing so we can flush all of that. And then we can start talking about how many appearances we've had, because they're on a Golden State Warriors type of run right here with just 4 out of 6.
Yeah,
you know what
crazy.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
the Dodgers haven't even done that. You know what I'm saying? The Yankees haven't done that. Big market squads have not done that in MLB, Major League Baseball, and since the Yankees was on it. Well, let's see. The Braves had a run, but that was before the Yankees, or maybe at the same time, where they were just in constantly. you noticed. We always talk about that TBS
Yeah.
Superstation, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta Braves squad. They was always there. And then the Yankees came with them. And then we haven't had somebody that we could rely on to get there all the time.
And they've done it not quietly, I guess, but like being in the division with the Mariners, you would think I would realize that. You know?
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. They have been there. I was like, holy cow.
It's been noisy. They done had drama with them. You know what I'm saying?
It's not like they're just flying under the radar.
And there's no talk. No talk about the Astros, and it's all Dodgers. All the Dodgers will win this series or the season, hands down. Watch out for the Yankees. Yeah, Aaron Judge and this and that, and then the Mets. Okay, they got that. They got that
hype
rotation
coming back. Yeah,
they got that rotation. So these are the teams we're talking about.
And the Braves that are sneaking in every year now.
Defending champion, Atlanta Braves.
Yep.
These are the teams we choose to talk about this year. And I don't know if Toronto even got enough love this year for being as good as they've been the last couple of years.
As young and as good. Right. Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
So this is who we choose to talk about. But these damn Astros done been there. They done already copped one, and they done been there multiple times. Come on, man.
Yeah,
we gotta. Even me, I gotta relax on him a little bit because it's only Senior Altuve there to talk shit to. So I'm gonna keep doing it until he goes.
Until he's gone. Yeah, I mean that's good. Like to see another game 2 tonight on Saturday. So probably tune in, click back and forth through that.
I peeped the game script on the ninth and the top of the bottom of the ninth and the top of the 10th. I kind of wanted to see how it played out. Mm-hmm. And man, it looks like MLB tried to get the Astros. They had man on base, baby. Man on base to tie it up.
They were freaking even earlier in when they only scored a couple runs in those innings that they did score. The Phillies bounced back. I mean, they had Philly scored. I think all their runs they scored at the 5 runs were with 2 outs and like 1 runner on.
I noticed that.
So I mean, they were playing some ball and getting to that bullpen. I mean, we talked about Verlander. I think he's 0 and he didn't get the loss last night because it was tied, but he's he has like 8 starts, 0-6 and a 5-something ERA.
Yeah.
Like the worst ERA out of so many starts in World Series history.
Didn't Real Muto's shot come off of Garcia in the pin? And
was it Presley or?
I thought it was Garcia. I thought Garcia is one of their
came
heavy
in
arms.
That 10th. Yeah,
I think he gave up the home run.
Yeah, well, their bullpen's been solid the whole freaking year, man. And I think the starter tonight, if I remember correctly, Framber Valdez, I think his name is, like, hasn't given up a home run since July 3rd, and like at home, like 60 innings pitched at home since then. So he's due for one tonight. So if you got any prop bets out there, you might as well throw something out there on a home run hit, because that's coming to a rise.
I already missed out on my play for the series. I just told you at the very beginning that I would take the P's and plus 160 on the series. If I would have drove down there and been able to get that, or even close 165, 155, I'd have took it.
Right.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like they're going to try to put the cherry on the top of this Houston thing, so the MLB can clean up the talk about the cheating.
Yep. And they're definitely looking for that. It's like, it's like freaking NFL and their nonsense that they have going on. And I would remind me to tell you about the clip I saw. I forgot to send it to you and see if you've seen it. I've seen you seen it, but let's just let's knock out NHL real quick. Go Kraken, baby. What are they? 4th place, I think. 8 points.
Yeah, right in the middle of the pack in the
3,
Pacific,
4, and
man.
2.
This is good.
5 and 9 in the over games, and 6 and 9 in the over 1Ps, which the over 1P, dude, we did not see it jump this high, this quick last year.
You
from
weren't
1.5
seeing twos. Yeah, you weren't seeing twos until like way after the All-Star break, and the twos were like on Florida Panthers.
And even some of the twos I've noticed have been hitting, and I'm like,
yes.
Well, holy snap. 3 goals in the first period.
Tell the people about the juice on the over now.
Oh, yeah.
What is the lowest you're gonna see right now?
God, what is it? Is it
135?
So if you're lucky, bro.
I'm
It's
telling
like
you,
always
155.
150, 170. And you just can't
And like I
not
told
playing
you,
that.
I'm still on now I'm trying to find rock solid research going the other way.
Right.
Right. So I'm gonna need some time, but trust me, this season it will come if this trend still stays the same. I am closely monitoring the under 1P situation. Trust me, because I think there's going to be a few teams that we'll be able to rely on, just like this season. Right now, mark it up. Here is the homie spill job for the day. Excuse me, current over teams. Minnesota Wild.
First period overs.
First period overs. Thanks for the clarification. Minnesota Wild, Calgary Flames, Los Angeles Kings. I would probably the Kraken. Absolutely. I don't want to forget them. Kraken. There's one more that I'm forgetting. I'm not going to look it up because there's plenty of time for this stuff to materialize. But those off the top of my head are diehard, rock solid so far. With only, what are we talking about? 9 games played in the NHL season. Those are your current rock solid teams. I've already went over today's slate. Trust me, I have. And guess who is playing each other? Oh, here it is. Edmonton. Calgary, Edmonton. Look at that. These are 2 teams in the top 5. Okay, check this out. Goals allowed, goals for. So goals scored in P1 and goals allowed in P1.
Both of them.
I'm telling you, I'm getting it from all directions now. I'm not playing with this 1P, man, because I'm telling you, I was early on it before the Sharps started talking about where that the money is in 1P instead of money lines and total for hockey.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find something either for the 1P. I'm gonna have to search really hard. If I'm gonna need confirmational information on over, you know what I'm saying? Under, I will have a scheme. I'm working on it.
Well, I look forward to those plays from you, homie.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm too busy. Every time I try to go get a piece of information, I'm getting a text message from Tiffany Smiley. You know who Tiffany Smiley is, man? Do you know who Tiffany Smiley is, man?
Yep, I've seen her commercials, all that stuff. You getting text messages? At least you're not getting text messages from Maryland.
That's what I'm saying. We were just talking the other week about how you be getting random text messages. This chick she's attaching videos. She's telling me her whole life story. She gonna get me busted with my woman because these texts is coming through all hours of the night. And
I haven't got any of the ones from Washington yet.
How you get my information? I don't even
when you block all that shit.
I'm not even trying to be a registered voter, G, because I feel like it's irresponsible for me to be a registered voter and go in there and mark out anything on the Scantron. And I don't know the political climate in my neighborhood and all of that. I'm not informed enough, so I'm not going to do it. Yeah, when I get a little bit older, exactly. When I get a little bit older and I start giving real shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start, start marking down the Scantron and get my vote on. But as of right now, lady, you better lose my damn number. Because I was this close to texting back some foul shit, but I was like, they know who my
I wonder
name
if
is.
you can text back. Or if it'll just be like go to some dummy, some dummy.
I just wanted
spam.
You know me. I just wanted to text back some foul shit, but I was like, okay, they know my name clearly,
and they know my number clearly.
So that's a real short jaunt over to my address and everything else. So
surprised they haven't been knocking at the door, dropping off
Tiffany
flyers
need
for
to
you.
Relax though. She really do. Hey, you heard Brittany got 9 though. How you feel about that? We missed that the last time. That was on my notes for like a week and a half, 2 weeks back. I think they gave Brittany 9 over there in Russia, bro. She ain't getting out. There's no, they don't have a court of appeals over there. This ain't like a bicameral situation where you can appeal to somebody in the court.
They're gonna have to do a bait and switch, trade and trade up or whatever.
Yeah, the merchant of death or something. But I don't understand that. But Pete, though, I mean, the 9 years, whatever. It is what it is. But look at what's going to happen. You know what's going to end up happening. It's exactly what you said. Now it's going to be a diplomacy situation to where now the government has to get involved because she's somebody. Right? Now, let's go back to the original thing. What she get busted with, G?
Vapes shit?
Some level of weed.
Yeah.
Man, you want to know how many people in the United States busted for weed right now that's still in jail and the shit's legal? You can go get some from the store. They still in jail on some old school shit for having a couple ounces on some 1990s shit. And they still in jail on some shit like this probably. And fast forward, it is legal to go cop in the store like a 6-pack of beer, G, in most states. Okay, so
yep.
Yeah, hey, come on, back in my young days, I mean, the anonymous smuggling homie got on an airplane with an ounce of dirty sticks and seeds weed back in the day when I didn't know no better in my drawers. Who didn't? Everybody did, but I wasn't trying to be Pablo Escobar, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was 17, 18 and didn't know no better. It was like, hey, this ain't metal. Put it in your drawers. Hey, I got through and I got to where I was going and got a chance to smoke a joint in my young life. Okay. But I know that nowadays, post 9/11, I ain't fucking around with anything that, if it's sharp in my toiletry bag, okay, I'm leaving it home.
I'm leaving it at home.
I'm leaving it.
It ain't even putting in there.
Scissors. If I need to tip the beard up, no, fuck it. Hey, it's gonna be just looking like ass because I'm not fooling around post 9/11.
Not
That
even
just
a
ain't
chance.
a thing. Don't do it. Leave it alone, y'all. I'm telling y'all think y'all want to go to Cancun and you're gonna take a little something with you. Hey, run into them federales if you want to. I'm gonna tell you right now. Watch this show on Nat Geo, where they be busting people at the airport and testing their luggage and shit.
Oh, they have all sorts of those shows on that channel out there.
You ain't gonna never want to try to.
Almost got away with it.
No, you ain't
all
gonna
that
never
nonsense.
want to do that, G. Don't do it.
No, not now. You don't want to test
in another
waters.
country. In another country. You remember the dude from back in the day with the gum in like 90s? He was in Singapore and he threw some gum on the ground and they caned his ass. And that shit was like national news like 20, 30 years ago. They beat his ass. You're going to go to another country and think that your American ass rules is going to apply because I'm over here. Motherfucker, they cutting off hands. They don't play this shit. You better mind the rules of other countries, Americans. You know what I'm saying? Don't
you heard it here
that way. That
again.
Way, we ain't got to hear your ass on the news talking about your ass got caned. Okay, you got your hand lopped off. You in a jail somewhere. We don't need to hear it because you should have been doing what the hell you were supposed to be doing in the first place.
Not getting in trouble, not trying to push the envelope.
The weed.
Man,
fool Stephen A.
Well, hey, Stephen A. Goddamn. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review on whatever favorite podcast platform you listen to. We'd appreciate it. Go to thisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Check us out on YouTube when you get a chance, and smash and subscribe that like button. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, Announce Big Homie at homie_anonymous. Use that hashtag Stix and Sports, and it will we're all over the Twitterverse, getting it all ready to go for you. So we've been in there hitting up some topics to get some replies back from you. So we appreciate it. So follow us, use it, and let's create some conversations, especially when we got some nonsense in the NFL like every week.
That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is just pose one question to us, and then, you don't know where that question's going.
Yeah. Speaking of NFL, let's jump right into it, though, homie.
Yeah, I think we got to.
But hey, what I was going to tell you earlier, did you see that? I think it was a high school football game, or it might have been a low college football game, where they actually showed the ref put the ball down, and they go over there and they measure it. They use the chains to measure it out, and it's like a yard short, right?
Okay.
And the umpire or the referee grabs the chain, pulls it back, moves the football up, and says first down.
In their face. Like no
right on
sneaking.
camera. No sneaking, nothing.
Like just ball movement
on the sideline. The chains, even the chain guy looks at him and is like, "What the hell just happened? Like what literally just happened?"
He was reaching for a flag. He wanted to challenge that.
He's like, "Wait, no."
I'm on the chain gang and I want to challenge this.
Yeah, that was wild, dude. I'll have to see if I'll see it again. I'm sure now that we're talking about it, and the cell phone's in hand. So as soon as you pull up Twitter after this, it'll probably be the first thing you pop up because everybody's always listening, Tiffany Smiley style to you. So what you got for some NFL before we get into these Week 8 games?
Well, I mean, I think that what we should probably do now at this time in the season, I think, because at a halftime, what happens? You bring out the cheerleaders, a couple dudes with some trampolines, some chick throwing bowls in the air on a unicycle. You bring out the games, you bring out the shenanigans. And I think that at this point in time, we've seen enough of these damn teams now. Half of them are probably on our shit list. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the beginning of the year, the preseason, we made a lot of predictions. We thought a lot of shit would happen. Right? I mean, as normal people do, we pros in this game, we like to watch this stuff. So we thought a lot of shit was going to happen. Some shit did, some shit didn't. Okay. And some stuff went horribly wrong. So I think that this is probably about time for us to do a
little mid-season check-in.
Yeah, a little check back of what the hell did we tell you? We told you. We tried to tell you. You knew this was going to happen. Just bank on it. And we don't know a damn thing. And y'all know this from years prior. We don't know too much about a whole lot of shit. Okay. I am not zeroing in and saying that I'm an expert on one particular game. I know a little bit about the whole schedule. Okay, that's it. So that's how the ad is going. So I think that as we go through and do a little bit of that, we'll call back to some of the Week 7 stuff. And because Week 7 was wild. I'm going to give a real quick of what. This is how it went for the people at the counter in Week 7. Notice that it was Week 7. There were 7 unders on the total.
Wow.
There were 7 overs on the total. And there were 7 road covers.
Jeez.
Week 7, y'all. That's
lucky
just
number 7.
Hey, look it.
7 sevens. Across
Come
the
on.
board.
This is just Tommy just sitting out here just scribbling stuff and watching games. And this stuff is just happening in front of us. So this is how crazy the NFL is. It's almost like secret society trying to keep denying me. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't in yet.
Yeah. And when we talk about it every week offline, all time, every day, especially on pre-game and post-game, it's like, wait, what the hell just happened again? Like exactly. Where did Green Bay decide? Well, this is one of the things we don't know shit about.
Right.
Was Green Bay lost to the New York Giants and the Jets back to back?
Come on, man.
And who would ever see that? But in your defense, homie, you did tell me, remember I was all bragging about Aaron Rodgers, how he's going to do all this.
Oh, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. And you're like, who's he going to throw the ball to? And I said, good point, but made up some bullshit. You're right, homie.
And you believed in all the bullshit you were saying too. You know what I'm saying?
So that was kind of what we did tell you. Homie did tell you, and what I did not know. We got both of them covered on both those topics right there.
Just like that, and that's how simply it goes down. Because I'm telling you, there's a whole lot of shit that we didn't know. The kid right here is telling you, and I will tell you, the damn Seahawks, bro, ain't no shit. I'm sitting up here telling y'all that it's tank for Bryce time. As we started watching the college season, I added a couple more names in there. Let's add the rest of the Heisman crew in there. Let's tank for Hooker. Let's tank for Stroud. Let's tank for Bryce, and let's tank for the other cat too that I always forget his name. Okay. No. Why are the Seahawks not tanking for nobody?
Because I guess they're expecting the tank from the Broncos to get that first round pick and had just hope now. I mean, right now, right. With the Broncos being 2-5, I don't see them going. Again, this is one of those things you look at, and they're playing in London this weekend against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 2-5 themselves.
That's a home for them. That's right.
And it is home game for them. And you look at this, and this is going back to the Seahawks, and you're like, yeah, well, they can't tank now because they're first in the division.
Come on.
And, they have the opportunity when they have to play Seattle, or they have to play San Francisco and the Rams still, and Arizona one more time.
So after the first round of division games, do you decide what you're going to do? Because you're beating the Chargers. Okay. And which is another thing that we didn't know shit about. The AFC West is garbage, except for the Chargers are waiting around. They're in the kiddie pool waiting around still. KFC. Look at KFC. I'm hungry as shit, apparently. Kansas City is still the class of the league and that division. But we are getting zero participation from the Raiders, who on everybody's power rank sheet, and you should notice I'm looking around, including mine, the projection for the Raiders offense is way up here. And now look, and then the Broncos too. Okay, which we thought you put Russell Wilson in a situation that's similar to what he had in Seattle. He at least will give you what he had over there. You got the 2 wide receivers, you got a couple more, and then you got the 2 running backs, and you got a couple more, and then you got the rest of the squad. It's not working. We thought that division was going to be like knock down, drag out, you know what I'm saying, grabbing each other by the collar, kicking ass.
And they were all like pretty evenly matched with the to win the division, from plus 700 to plus 400 up and down the whole division, right? They were basically, everybody was saying, hey, flip a coin on this. And even with Kansas City being Kansas City, who they are and who they've been, they had a couple of those lackluster games, of course, when we jump on the bandwagon. I'm like, oh yeah, they're going to kill whoever they're playing. Yeah. Then they took a deuce. Right. But yeah, you're 100% right. The AFC West is not the AFC West that we thought they were going to be at the beginning.
Well, your boy, I mean, everybody's having a go at your men's on the way to London on the airplane. You know what I'm saying? Doing calisthenics in the aisle. I thought Slim was bad. You know what I'm saying? I thought the boy Stix was bad on the airplane. Russell Wilson is doing the most on the airplane. I'm not even going to get into the Stix shenanigans on the airplane.
Oh, we've already discussed those numerous times. And those
Russell
are
Wilson's on the you know what I'm saying, doing his Jane Fonda, while he's bumping into lineman arm. How much room is on a team charter flight? Come on, dog. Nah. What are you doing? This is look at me, Louis.
And they don't have
some damn where.
Yeah, they don't have all wide receivers and kickers sitting in the aisle on a freaking Max jet going to London. I mean, there can't be that much room in there to be doing all that. And plus, man, sit your ass down. I'm trying to sleep over here.
Geez. That's what I'm saying,
8-hour flight, dog.
This guy, I mean, he's a weird dude, man.
Get up and do your stretches, but we ain't trying to be doing what do you call it, Jane Fonda workout in this fucking plane.
I'm telling you, man. You think he Jack LaLanne and shit, but I mean, okay. So now, speaking of this in that division this week, you don't get the luxury of seeing the 2 best teams because they on buys. Oh wow, why only 2 teams are on buy this week? I guess that's a function of having the 18-week schedule, maybe. I don't know. But
yeah, and like with the overseas game or whatever.
Yeah, so it's just KC and the Chargers with the off this week, and I'm looking at what's going on with, because I mean, okay, obviously I'm always gonna look at Joe B, because I was looking a couple weeks ago and we were saying, damn, the Super Bowl teams. They both look gross. What's wrong with them? Joe must have heard us, because he's like, yo, the last 2 weeks, he's like, I ain't playing that shit, y'all.
No, he on fire, especially last week, week 7, when he was against Atlanta. Remember, I said we got to roll with the cover and the spread. That's what the experts tell us, and that's what the lines tell us, and that's what the against the spread tells you. Yep.
And
sure
it's the
as
same.
shit.
And remember last year when we noticed that Joe Burrow stopped bullshitting when he decided to forget the guy standing behind him. That's when they started balling. When he forgot that Joe Mixon was a part of the team and he starts flinging it. Yeah, that's what got him to the Super Bowl. So he said, okay, look, all of this run stuff that y'all trying to scheme into the thing. No. That's not what got us to the place, man. So we got to get out there. So I think that they're in for a nice little bump, man. A nice little bump. I think that they're going to do okay, but it'll be interesting when Deshaun gets back in that division, how his effect on that team is. Because, I mean, is he practicing? Is he allowed to practice?
Deshaun Jackson? Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, Deshaun Watson.
Browns. I'm talking about the Browns.
Oh, yeah.
They play the Browns this week, and we're going to get into that.
Oh yeah, well they got what Deshaun Watson. Cleveland's 2-5. I mean, they're already getting people are counting them out.
But I'm just saying, if they
he can make some different moves in the
but
far as like
they've already chalked
win
the
a
season
couple
up.
games win a couple
So-
games at the right time. If they play them towards the end, you never know.
That's what I'm talking about. So if he comes out and now this game right here, because clearly they'll be without Deshaun Watson in this game. They've got the Monday night showdown.
Oh yeah,
that we'll get into. But if this game right here will tell us a little something, because that's one thing that we have no idea about, right? All we know is that the suspension is down, and we're coming to the end of the suspension now. There's only a couple games left in this year's suspension. So what if the Browns are break even, right? And say this game is a close game between Cleveland and Cincinnati in this divisional matchup. They ain't played the Ravens yet. Who cares about the Steelers? Okay, so now what? Now the Browns might be in the mixture for that wild card because everybody is playing like shit in the AFC.
That is true. The AFC is kind of up for grabs there in the wild card situation. One thing, before we get into let's get into the week 8, but I think we both agreed on this one, homie, and it's almost about ready to come into fruition. Yep. Old Tom Brady about ready to be in the booth before the season's over. I don't necessarily see him stepping away mid-season. However, that is all signs are pointing to that it could very well. The homie gonna say it.
Yeah, definitely. I don't care. I don't care about shock value or nothing like that. Okay, it came to my head. Damn it. So if I say that I think Tom Brady's gonna be in the damn booth calling a game before the season's over, I'm gonna damn say it. Now, whether it happens or not, it's probably far-fetched, right? But the level of frustration, you don't see Tom Brady frustrated like that. And then to come up and lose the other day in a game, I don't know, I'm mixing sports up. I said match in a game where they had a good opportunity to come back in that game against Baltimore. They had a chance in that game if they were playing their game. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were playing their game, they should have been competitive coming down to the end. They weren't. So that tells me the level of frustration that he's feeling with, especially with Brake going down now. I don't know what all that does. I really don't, because you got everybody else there. Why you complaining?
Leonard, and it's not like he was missing Mike Evans by.
He just don't want it. The news came out. Look, now it's official. Now it's out in the streets. Him and Giselle is peacing out. You know what I'm saying? So now that it's out in the street and they've made a formal announcement about this business, now we're going to see whether he really truly wanted to be up at the games playing, or if it was something else, if it was just a money mission, if it was just him, the way that he wanted to end his career. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just one of those things where he just wanted to end a certain way. Because look at Serena. Serena wanted to end a certain way. That's why at the US Open, our national tournament, they had all of these video things on her and all that. And then she won the first round, lost in the second. I don't think that's the way they wanted that to go. That's why she's out here talking about, I'm about to be back in the next tournament. Why? You didn't want it to go down like that. Okay. So yes, do we want it to go down like this? No. But is Tom Brady about to fuck up his name, his good name in these streets? I don't think so. I don't think he would care to take a step back and go, y'all go ahead. I don't care. Y'all could be pissed off at me. Y'all ain't pissed. Y'all ain't still pissed at Andrew Luck. So hey, look.
Yeah, I think we'll see how he bounces back after this week. After they took that loss on Thursday night, so we'll see what happens and this information out. So it's going to be interesting. We'll find out sooner or later. And I think their next game has to be Seahawks in Germany in 2 weeks. So I don't know who they play in week 9, because week 10, I think, is the Seahawks Germany game. But close out week 7 with the hometown plays of the week. The good old homies team, Rams, were on a
right.
bye.
You did all right. Look at you.
So Stix, let's see. I had Kenny Walker over 100 yards and 1 touchdown. Dude went off 167 yards, 2 touchdowns.
If you ain't scoured your fantasy league 2 weeks ago for K-Dub, you're missing out. You missed out.
That was I even tried to get a trade for him early before it went off, and nobody wants to trade him.
Of course, I did it in a league where there ain't no money involved.
Oh, of course.
Damn it. Bullshit.
Got it rolling there. Tariq Woolen interception, 0 interceptions for Tariq. But
he got one though.
The Seahawks did get one. I had to roll with it, trying to get that 5 in a row. And then Jason Myers, 3 field goals, and the game over, 3.5 field goals. 3 for 3 on his field goal attempts. Hit that one right on the money. But the game did not hit the over 3.5 because good old Deuce Staley, not Deuce Staley, but Brandon Staley, doesn't like to kick field goals. And, you just, go with his 4th down motion and see how that worked out for him. Seahawks got the dub, and that was a pretty damn good game. And it was interesting to see it actually play out that way. I figured they had a chance. I know we talked about them having a chance. So the chance was there, and they took.
Yeah, we knew that they had a chance, and that
opportunity.
That result was just very interesting all around because that told me everything that I needed to know about the AFC West, man. I mean, it really did.
You did bring it to fruition, didn't it?
It told me everything that I needed to know because it's the Seahawks who are middling, we're not sure whether they are motivated to do one thing or the other, right? But you have expectation. And you played at home. And like I said, that environment is not a home environment for a Chargers fan, especially if you're on the West Coast playing a West Coast team.
You did call that.
Because they going to be in there and they was cheering. And I told you it would pop off like that.
And it did. And now let's get into week 8. And before we get into the home teams, I mean, really, we kind of talked about Denver and Jacksonville earlier. I mean, it's exactly what you just said about the AFC West. You got Denver playing Jacksonville in London.
Yeah.
I really.
Okay, look.
I want to fade. I want to fade Denver at all costs at this point. A 2.5 point favorite, even though it's Jacksonville at 2 and 5. Sounds like Trevor Lawrence has a little bit of controversy on his shoulders.
For what?
For just not being able to make the completions.
Oh,
I mean, he throws he said like 50% completion percentage.
Yeah.
He's no Geno Smith. He's just
he's not airing the ball out. It's not going downfield at all. Right.
So we'll see how that comes back. And then Jacksonville traded their that James Robinson to the Jets after the Breece Hall injury. And you got Doug Peterson there, man. I mean, you see, he that's what he did in Philly, right? He, kind of took it easy, took his steps, took his lumps on the chin, lumps on the head, and turn that franchise around. So it's going to be interesting. But I mean, the Russell Wilson nonsense, I mean, he's just too goofy and in his own head right now. I mean, well,
all that we know about
did his team give up on him?
All we know about Denver is that, they are the typical poster child for the under team all year. That's just what they've been. They were heavily featured in the Thursday night travesty of 12 to whatever the hell it was. Okay. And I have this game closer, which surprises me. Even I have this game on Pick'em, which even looking at my own power rank, I was like, why would Denver be the same as Jacksonville? But Jacksonville took a couple of bad beats, even though they've been playing better. So I think that's what it is. And the reason why they're favored is because they've been to London a bunch of times. Now, maybe not with the same set of players, but the franchise knows how to handle themselves when they get over there. So I think that's probably what all the extra points is about. I don't know if I would even have a lean in this situation. If I'm thinking it's more of a pick 'em, it would probably be for me to take Denver and those points if on first impact.
Yeah. And I think,
but looking at it, I would say
I think your line I think your line, homie, is actually more relevant. And even though, like you said, if it's a home field advantage for Jacksonville being over there and all that stuff type thing, again, that really doesn't play out as much as it has in the previous years with home field advantage, unless you're in freaking Kansas City or Seattle or, a few other New Jersey areas to be doing that. But I would take your pick'em advice over that a lot more than I would take the 2.5.
Well, I look at it like this. The reason why I think that, you'd almost, if it was 3, you'd probably want to just roll with Jacksonville because I think that they could cover 3. But that hook is what's scaring you, because Jacksonville has got more upgrades on my sheet and Denver's got, well, actually, I should say Denver's got more downgrades on my sheet than I gave Jacksonville upgrades.
Gotcha.
So they were projected higher.
Yeah.
Originally. Right.
Yep.
So Jacksonville's only like moved in the same little pocket. Denver's like taking a precipitous rain style drop.
Fall from the top down to the bottom.
So, I mean, look, the number would tell me to play to Denver because they are supposed to be the better team. And for me to be sharp, that's what I would be supposed to do. But my brain says I've seen this team and I don't want no parts of nothing to do with it.
And that's again, and I agree with you 100%. And that's
Are they due now? Are they due?
That's again one of those things like, 100%. The Denver Broncos are dead in the water, bro. Dead in the water. And then all of a sudden, Russell Wilson's going to come out and throw for 3 touchdowns. They're going to put up 42 points. I mean, the fuck is going on?
That's the damn better's trauma, right? You sit up here and you go, let me go find some information. You find the information that solidifies your opinion, right?
Yeah.
Then you go and look and you go, oh, shit. But that is like, I don't want no parts of that. That tells me this, but I don't want no parts of that. So I think that's
that early game over here for us on the West Coast. So
yes, sir.
What do you got on any of these games, homie? Because I'm really just going through and I see a couple things that are just kind of jumping out, but it's nothing that I really even care about. Just from a betting perspective, I again like the underdogs again.
That is what this week looks like. So the only thing that I'm going to do is I'll just shoot at you my power ranking deficiency. So this is a good place for you to start. So this is a place where my power rank is, since y'all trusting it so much, but anyway, since if my power ranking is differs from what Vegas is saying, and there are a couple games, and one, Miami, Detroit. This is one where we would go, damn, I don't want no parts of that because we like Detroit. The game is sitting at, when I printed out my sheet, the opening line at 3.5 to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I have the game of 5. I say Miami's way better than that, than what they are saying. But Detroit in the last 2 weeks have taken 2 straight downgrades, right? Two bad ones that they lost. Okay, so and meanwhile you got Tua coming back. And they've been through the worst of, I guess, what their worst is. And again, Miami staying in their little pocket. All right. So then we have New England, New Jersey. Why I always call them New Jersey? I don't know why. It's the Jets. Okay. The Vegas has a 1.5. I have it 3.5 to New England. I have
New England. You have 3.5.
I have New England even better. So it should be safe to say with the New England, knowing in division, that you would probably take the 1.5 and feel happy.
Right. And
that's zappy or not. I don't care.
And that's going off your PR because I know you have the love for Zach Wilson.
That's what I'm saying. This is them playing with Zappy. I've upgraded them. Okay, Tennessee.
Yeah, but is it going to be Zappy this week or is it going to be back to Mac Jones? Nobody knows that either.
But look what happened last week. The snatch job. Get out of there. Put the kid back in. Okay, where's my score at? What happened in New England last week? Where's my score at for last week?
New England, they were lost 33-14 to the Chicago Football Bears.
They were Monday. Okay, yeah. See, he got snatched, and he got snatched halfway through because he started losing them the game. So
he got snatched 3 possessions in. He didn't even make it halfway through, and I thought he was getting pulled on the second possession because he came off the sideline and he he saw Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick
greeted
said, "Hey,
him.
you get one more possession, son.
Yep, you had hit
and we
me
better
up, and
score.
like,
Your ass
you were
is
like,
gonna
he
be
ain't going
sitting
back
over
out
here
there.
by the kicker."
Yeah. I didn't even see it. You were like, you hit me up. He ain't going back out there. I was like, oh, what? Okay, and here we go. And you can tell me which one of these is the worst and which one you believe most in. This one here is the largest one.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, Houston. Opening line was 2.5 to Tennessee. I have Tennessee to 8.5. G. Tennessee is not even in my top 5 teams, bro. That's what that tells you. This for them to get this big of a number. That's how bad Houston has been.
I wonder if it's still at 2.5, even with, because now you got Malik Willis starting at quarterback for Tennessee. Just came out today over Ryan Tannehill. But
is that a how big of a downgrade?
I don't even think it's a downgrade. I think it's an upgrade.
There you go. So what does that tell us?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're saying 8.5 and you can get it at 2, I would definitely agree with the Tennessee at 2.5 or
if
even
you could
3.
find that 2.5, just take the 2.5 and the 3, either one, and throw the money down. I think you should be
because
good there because Houston has had a whole team.
And we gave Houston the benefit of the doubt a couple times and turned around a little bit, and they haven't, not after the first 2 weeks, they haven't really been on the cover rating there.
And I'll tell you that I even had to do a point correction on Houston. I had upgraded them too much because at one point I had them, you remember when I talked about the bottom 4 or whatever, I had them out of that bottom 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston is not one of them teams that we consider to ever leave the bottom 4. It's like Carolina, Chicago, Houston, and you could cycle the Jets in, you could cycle Pittsburgh in right now, but either one of them, they all gonna be in that bottom 4. But I pulled them out, so I had to recorrect and get them closer back to that space with those guys because my lines were so far off. And I'll give you an example. Last week, I had them, the line, Vegas had them plus 7.5 to Vegas. I had them 3. That's how close I had that game. Vegas beat them 39-20. So I had them too tight. So I had to go back in and reevaluate, look at the numbers, and then I got Houston closer to where they should be because there's no way that my power rank should be that far off. And that's why it was a good call for you to catch that 8.5. And that's why that every time I do that and I isolate these power ranking deficiencies, I look at Houston. I go, well, is Houston lower than should they be higher? Or should Tennessee be lower? Because why is my joint this high?
A little bit off, or a little bit of a discrepancy.
Because Vegas would have caught that. So where am I off? So that's why I did the correction to get Houston there, and I still got to 8.5. That's what I'm saying.
What do you have for Washington and Indy? Because I'd like to hear.
I'm dead on with this. Exactly what Vegas opening line was, 3.5.
So yeah.
What is it now?
Indy -3. I'm sure it's 3.5.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd take the points all day with Washington after what they've been showing us, keeping and Heineke.
Heineke, dog. Heineke is I'm gonna tell
real
you, the homie is. I'm telling you, I'm getting into this, bro. I upgraded Washington on Wentz's injury. When do you take a big time free agent signing we gave a gang of bread to, and you go back to last year's guy that got us to the playoffs? Upgrade immediate to Tyler Heineke. Washington is on the move, man. And so I have that. I think that they're on the move. I don't know what this game's gonna look like because the horseshoe is back to full strength. Now
they're going with the Ellinger, right?
Well, I mean, as far as the rest of the parts, and not Matt Ryan and that injury situation, as far as the rest of the components, Jonathan Taylor is back. He played last weekend, some light duty to get warmed up. He's back. Okay, there we go. Now we got Shaq Leonard, aka Darius Leonard, aka whatever you want to call him. He's back and he's a hair raiser. You know how it is on defense. So I don't know. That's not what that one was dead on. So that one got no mention. Of course, the other mention this is the last one. Oh no, there's one other one. Hometown. I got it. The points going the opposite way. Seattle versus the Giants. I have it completely swung the other way. It's a full 7-point swing. Opening line was Seattle to 3.5. I have it 3.5 to the Giants. So that's a full touchdown swing. Something is seriously wrong there. And I listening to all the pros, the RJ and his boys, they were completely divided about what everybody thinks about what the Giants are doing and where they're going, and what the Seahawks have done and where they're going. Everybody's high on both. So it's like, what do you do when is people who would say, 3.5 to the Giants, I'll take that. There's no way they should be a dog in this situation. But this is Seattle. This is in Seattle. Them fans is them fans, okay? Now the team, now we're short DK Metcalf now. I don't know, but we got a good 2 TDs out of Marquise Goodwin, though.
Right.
I don't know.
I think I would agree with your line on this one, homie, even though it's a home game for the Seahawks. I mean, I think the Giants are still not getting enough love. I mean, we picked them last week to win when they were an underdog as well.
Yes, sir. Covered up.
It came close, but down to the last play against Jacksonville, right? But I would definitely take the thing with I don't have the numbers. I usually print up the numbers. I haven't had a chance to do that this week, but the Seahawks run defense is still not good. I mean, they only gave up like 50 yards rushing to the Chargers last week, but that's because the Chargers weren't utilizing the run game when they were down, and then they just want to throw the ball. They got just as good of a run as getting the ball to Eckler out of the backfield, right?
Great stat. Here's even better. Here's an even better one for you, or equal to. Seattle, number 1 rushing offense per touch. Nice. Giants, worst defense rushing per touch per carry.
Huh. Interesting.
I heard that in the battle of conversations between this game, because I think this is the most contentious game that people are spending time on talking about this week.
Yeah, I mean, when you go from when you have a 5-2 Giants team and you have a 4-3 Seahawks game, which nobody expected the Seahawks to be even around there, and you got a Sunday afternoon game, it'll definitely be you got the East Coast and the West Coast, right? So you're going to have very good viewership numbers wise on this game for sure at the 1 o'clock hour.
Red zone is going to be lit up with these guys because they're going to keep the Giants based on what they've been doing live in that window, because we're talking Tennessee, Houston, Washington, Indy. Of course, the Rams will finally get some red zone love playing the 49ers without Debo this week, which would be nice for us because he kills us. And then you got that Seahawks game, and that's that late window. And then when we're talking about the snitching hour, you know what I'm saying? When the NFL starts to snitch on itself and says what it really wants to happen. Okay. I think that the Giants and the Seahawks will be heavily featured in there too, because I think that the Rams game is going to be boring. So
the Rams and San Francisco at LAR.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what I also saw and noticed when, you remember when I went to the diatribe of the overs and the unders and blah, 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 blah with the sevens. Yeah. This has become an over league, G. I hate to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
It's sneaking back up there.
I mean, I hate to tell you. I mean, I got a number right here for you that I'm going to tell you, and you'll be shocked to hear it. And I wrote this down. Hold on, let me get my joint. Here we go. Where'd it go? Oh, real quick. Okay. 43 is now the average total points in a game. Okay? Average. That's the average total. Achieved by 2 teams on the gridiron, battling it out for supremacy. You know when the last time the average was 43 in the NFL? It was 12 damn years ago. 2010. So this is what I'm saying.
So hardcore unders were through week 6-ish, and now it's starting to bounce back up.
So what somebody that I heard, I would give him credit, since I hear we're supposed to, or they say you said it, but I forget who said it. Is
can't give them credit if we don't remember who the hell they were.
I just really don't. I don't remember. So is this the week where the NFL puts in the call to the Zebras to say, cut that shit out? Let's play ball.
I'm glad you bring that up, because it has been relatively silent on the flag part after we discussed that 2 weeks ago about these zebras throwing their little yellow hanky pinky flags around out of control for what, freaking 32 times a game or whatever it was.
Wow.
This might be the slippery slope if you're going to be looking at those overs and unders. Like
and
you
that's
said,
and that's where
too hard to get into and buy into.
And so if you look at that and then you look at some of the numbers, okay, so say that call was made. I looked at it as, say that call was made. I challenge everybody under my voice today, including the boy Stix, you go through and look at some of the totals, because I don't have the totals. I just got the spreads. If you go back and look at the totals, these totals is mad low. They will have you looking at all of them real suspect. There's some 38s in there. I think the New England and the Jets game is 38.5. It's a bunch of 40s out there. You're going to look like this ain't the NFL that I'm used to seeing. If these are the numbers, I should be making a mint this week on the over. I know the boy Stix is. Look at it. He's wiping the corner of him right there now, thinking about overs, right? Because he's seeing these numbers. But there's reasons. I'm telling you, there's reasons for these numbers. Or is this the week? Is this the week that you could make a grip off these numbers and then they're going to fix them moving forward? And then now it'll be the jockeying between the over and the under, or is it, or all of these numbers, are you going to hit below these numbers that they've dropped them to? Come on, it can't be, right? It can't be. I mean, I wish I had, was fast enough on my typing skills to pull up scoring. You know what I'm saying? Who's leading in scoring this year? You know what I'm saying, in terms of in the league. But I do know that the Raiders are number one in scoring in a category, and they're shitty. Okay. They literally are number one in a scoring category. I've done so much research. I don't know which one it is. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't. I usually pull that up. I don't have a recent one on the offensive scoring totals, but
right. But I mean, look, we can't do all the work for you guys. Our job is to entertain. Okay. You go do the rest of the work yourself. You have to go back and confirm our information before you make any move, if you want to make one.
Yeah, we'll have to pull up those numbers, like you said, the over under total game totals, to see how long see how much the line has moved from the opening line, and see how much it's moved since then. So oh snap. What do you got on your Rams? And then let's hit the hometown plays of the week. And let's roll out as soon as I find everything. There we go. Hey, look at me.
All right. Well, shoot.
Yeah. What do you got for your Rams? I know you said you don't like this game at all.
I'm really not. It's not one of the only thing that really enthuses me about this game is the fact that Debo's not in it. Okay. Yeah. And that gives me the reason what that really does for me is that allows for me to get an eye on a defense that doesn't look like they're constantly under threat. Whenever that boy Debo is out there, the Rams defense looks like they are constantly under threat for this game to be over. And I just don't like that feeling, bro. I really don't. Okay, with that dude being out there. So maybe I'll get a chance to see the defense look good, maybe. Okay. And with that, what that's going to lead me to do is press all of my chips in on defense performance when I'm talking about homie's hometown this week. Okay. So we're going to do it this way. Okay. Since I called this game a pick 'em, the pros would have this game leaning to the 49ers with no Debo, as I mentioned before. 49ers defense scores less than. Dig this, 17 points allowed by the Rams defense. Okay.
Rams defense allows less than 17?
Less than 17, no more than 17. I got to be, correct with these words, because litigious types will say that you said 17. No, I'm saying 17 or less. Okay. All right. So 17 is included in that. All right. With that, there will be, count them, 3 sacks of Garoppolo. Seems fairly easy to do. under these circumstances, not having enough time. 1 INT. That INT will belong to the one and only Jalen Ramsey. Mark it up. Rams win by one of the. Okay, now I don't know.
And you said over
40.
40.
I don't know what the
43 and a half.
No.
Oh,
I ain't touching that.
Okay.
I think it's under. It's
Yeah.
under. This is an under game. This is
Under
gonna be
game. Okay.
this is gonna be one of them scores where you're gonna look up, because I'm telling you, the 49ers scoring no more than 17.
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna be one of them scores that it's gonna be like, this game tells us nothing. The Rams will win, but if the 49ers are scoring less than 17, what does that mean the Rams score? 19 to 12. It's gonna be some scoregami bullshit. It's gonna happen.
Scoregami, yep.
That's gonna piss me the hell off watching it. And every time that it comes on the damn red zone, because I have no chance to see the whole game with the Seahawks playing at home. Okay, with that, every time it comes on, I'm gonna be pissed off because it's gonna be, who gonna be out there? The homie Matt Gay or the new punter who I don't know his name yet.
Or you definitely could count on Ben Skoronyak to have a couple touches out there at fullback.
Yep. Scott Hansen here on the red zone, and we're gonna check in with the Rams, and we've got a Skoranek.
A Skoranek sighting.
A rumbling, stumbling Skoranek down the sideline.
Oh man. Hey, well, my hometown play of the week. I'm going with good old boy Lockett to get over 100 yards this game. He has 2 on the season, but the last 2 outings he's only had 45 and 17 yards on catches of 5 and 4, I believe. Maybe even 2 catches in that 17 game. But he has two games this year so far with the over 100, with the Lockett or with DK being out, definitely going to be the go-to. So Lockett going with over the 100, which you're actually probably going to be able to get it at like 75, 85.
I think so.
Maybe. So, but I'm putting over 100. And then I'm going back to good old faithful.
Yeah, you got to.
That let me down last week in a way, but I'm going full game over 3.5 field goals.
Oh, that's where you're going. Okay.
Yep, going with that. Okay, I'm leaving
that.
Kenny Walker out of this one because I don't want to be any part of the jinx for that.
Come on, dog.
Leaving him out. I went with the good old. I went with Lockett.
This is one where you could have felt good about this. They playing the worst defense. I mean,
I know. Now that you say that, I like it. I like it a lot. So, but yeah, I went with the Lockett over 100, and then the game over 3.5 because these points are going to be good. And I could see this game being definitely an over game at 45.
Yeah,
it could come down to 30-27. Let me rephrase that because some dumbass kicker is going to miss an extra point. So it'll be 29-27, something like that. So it'll be close, but it'll definitely hit the over. And that kind of leans you toward, and I still think the Seahawks are going to win this game. I think it's going to be a good one, but I would probably, if you got that 3.5 with the Giants, it's going to be one of those good old fashioned Lumen Field, tight, close games.
Might be a little bit of sprinkly tomorrow. I don't think either one of these teams care about that because they're trying to run. But I think that the big unit bet on the Walker over yards, man, is, come on, this is Coach Pete, dog.
Yeah, you're 100%.
We need to
on that.
find out what that number is, y'all. Okay, then find out where your wallet's at. Find your phone. Go to your app, or get the directions to the local casino, and get your Kenny Walker 3 money down.
Do you think?
Okay.
Do you think it can be even anywhere over close to 100? I mean, it can't be with running back by committees these days. It's got to only be like 65,
69. I'm thinking 69, that's 68, something like that. Derrick Henry's numbers aren't like in the 90s and stuff like that. No,
right.
No. So I think that that's going to be a number that even if it is 80. The wildest occurrence that is 80, I think you're still good because that's the game that Pete wants to play.
Yeah, you're going to get
breaks a couple, you're up.
And if you're going exactly what Big Homie just told you, rush defense allowed by the Giants is just as bad as the Seahawks rush defense allowed. But
DK's out. I mean, I want to control the ball. I want to have the ball. I don't want to be doing this with Geno, trying to force it into Lockett and these other cats. Right. I want to play Coach Pete ball. This is the perfect opportunity to do that. Who's backing up? What's my man's name? Not DJ. Who's my man's backing him up?
The running
back.
And then
is it DJ backing him up? I thought it was
DJ Dallas. Yeah, DJ Dallas, and then they just activated Travis Homer. Or am I missing somebody?
No, I think you're right. I think DJ has been getting the sporadic rest plays for him, but he hasn't had like significant time on the field where you've seen him giving him big spells. That's what I like about K-Dub is that he stays out there.
Right.
And his running style is, I mean, it reminds me of when you remember when Le'Veon Bell first came in and he looked like he was just kind of maneuvering.
Patient, yeah.
And then next thing you know, bow. That's what it reminded me. I mean, I don't know if it's one of those Michigan State things. They teach that over there. I don't know. I don't know that they teach that over there, but he got it.
And he did. And like you said, he broke. He's very acceptable to break in a couple 30, 40-yard runs. And if he has the opportunity to get away from somebody, he's getting away from that DB.
Oh yeah,
with his acceleration speed and all that. So, he can definitely outrun your defensive backs and your linebackers once he gets through that line. So definitely peep that out, but it'll be ready for that 69 yards, but minus 170.
Of course.
Why is 170?
Yeah. You already know. You should be looking
that
for that
nonsense
to see that when it pulls up.
Make sure you what do you say, homie? Make sure you research every opportunity sports book in your area and find the best number.
You have to do it. You owe yourself that. Other than that, them commercials that the NFL does, they're about you, about being responsible.
Be responsible.
Their commercials are about you. Okay. But yeah, no, I think this week is going to be, even though there's not a lot of, marquee matchups and stuff like that. There's some division matchups out here, so you only have 2 teams on bye. So you got a full slate. You got some London action. So I think they're going to write up some stuff for us that we're going to enjoy, because look at what the standings look like now. So now let's change topics a little bit from the numbers and making some money to the standings. Like, what if the Seahawks win 5-3 and 5-3, and now we have to make that decision about how we're going to play the season out, because then that would mean if the Rams win that the Niners are 3-5, Rams 4-3, right? So, or what if the Giants win? What if the Giants are 7-1 in that division with Philly and Dallas, who Dallas, if they win, will be 7-2? What the hell kind of division is that with Philly, Dallas, and them?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Look at what these stories might develop into now. Because what if Denver both? I don't know, dude.
And Denver comes out with a win, and then
Denver wins. Vegas wins. Okay, so now the AFC West will now look like something. Because now it looks like
trash, but
but it now looks like the fight might be on, right?
It'll be that 1 week wonder.
That's what I'm saying. So there's still some stories to be written out here.
And you still got Buffalo's on a bye, but then you got the Jets could be 6-2, Miami could be 5-3, New England could be 4-4. You're looking at the
Buffalo's
AFC East.
Buffalo ain't on bye. Buffalo's got the Buffalo.
Oh, they were on bye last
situation.
Yeah, they were on bye last week. That's right.
Okay, now look at that. What if Green Bay beats Buffalo? Okay, Miami wins. Miami will now be 5-3. Buffalo will then be 5-2.
Yeah, and you still have the Jets in there, and you still have New England in there. Somehow New England is there, so like they always are.
if you map it out like this, like the possibilities, and then you got Philly now going undefeated to play the Steelers, which in every estimation, this is a smoke show. Okay. This is a perfect opportunity for Philly to take the first loss, right? Just get it out the way, right?
Yep.
You ain't gonna go undefeated.
Hey, you know how the NFL likes it. You know how the storylines go, and this is exactly why.
That's when you
exactly why homie brings it up, because he knows exactly how this week's gonna play out a little bit. You think Mike Tomlin's rolling into Philly to roll over at a 10.5 point underdog? Exactly. All of a sudden he's gonna pull out the oh well, we're a better team than we've been playing, and we're gonna go in and just break down the undefeated team, the only undefeated team left in the NFL that, as you just said, homie, they ain't gonna, the 1972 Dolphins, they ain't gonna break it out the undefeated season. So is this the one you give away? I hope not at home at a 10.5 point favorite.
I mean, if you look at what Philly's working with, I mean, they have some wide receivers. Okay. Najee says he's feeling better. So you have your wide receiver, you got your defense, even though, you don't have TJ Watt, so you don't have the pressure, but you got Minka Fitzpatrick, and you got all the guys back there who love to hit people. That's what Philly's about. Or not Philly's about. That's what Pittsburgh's about.
Pittsburgh,
right?
Yeah.
You have all of that. All you need is Kenny Pickett to play a game. Get the ball to the guys, right? So, and then you have Philly doing what they've done, and nobody understands what they're doing. Because all they do is, that they run the ball. But now, AJ is there, and Devontae Smith is there. Oh, God, it's Dallas Goedert, okay? They got guys over there. So, I mean, you would think that they should be able to win this game, but this is the game, okay? This is the game. This is the Mike Tomlin game.
Yep, this
is the game that
Mike Tomlin shows up for those games, man.
This is the game that Philly dumps that kind of corrects their mind.
Crazy.
That corrects their mind and says, "Oh shit, we can't just be fucking around this season. We ain't gonna go undefeated."
Well, I do have Pittsburgh as one of my underdog plays plus 10.5. It'll probably go up a little bit, but I do like that.
I have him closer. I got it 2.5 points closer. The opening line is 10.5. I have it to 8.
Yeah, see.
So,
if you can get 10 and you like the underdog, you might as well take it.
Take the points.
Oh man,
that was an energetic show, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I kind of like doing it like that a little bit, but I think every week throws a different ball at us, so we don't know, what picks we're gonna get. So
and we don't know what the hell time we can put together. Chasing, me and my unemployment ass should have all this time in the world, but bouncing around doing these interviews and being a good uncle and you chasing those little kids around and the anonymous MRI homie, anonymous acupuncture homie, and now the anonymous forgetful homie out there in the streets running around.
I didn't even say that, right? So I'm out here, like Donnie mentioned, I'm out here doing acupuncture, right? I'm trying all kinds of stuff to neutralize this daily pain situation. I get up the other day and go, I gotta get to this acupuncture. Go grab my wallet. I ain't got no damn wallet. Guess what I was doing the night before? I was at the damn hospital getting an MRI. I go, oh shit. I go tear up the car. I literally tore up the house. I'm talking about couch cushions every fucking where. Clothes, drawers, dressers, everything. Shit was fucked up. And because I don't misplace nothing. So I get frustrated at myself when something gets misplaced like that because I don't believe I've lost it.
Right.
So I've had to put it somewhere and I forgot it. I go, you know what? It's time. I done tore the house up twice. It's time to give it up. I call the hospital. Go talk to the security. Yep, we got it. Damn it. Fuck.
Was everything there when you picked it up?
I don't keep no damn money in there. So yeah, everything was in there.
They said we don't want the MRI homie.
No, and we don't want the Fed charge of trying to go and test these cards out or whatever. So I do that, and just like you said, I'm just forgetful homie. This ain't the first instance of this. I ain't gonna tell you about the last time I was in Vegas, bro. Oh my God, you lose something in Vegas, do you think you're gonna get it back? Any chance?
What'd you lose there?
Yeah, I lost something in Vegas too. I had to had on the anonymous blind homie. It can't see, so I got prescription sunglasses for occasions when the sun is out and you're in a nice environment like Vegas. Okay, so I'm in the sunglasses. Boom, I'm in the sunglasses. Then you going in and out of hotels. I ain't taking my shit on and off. So I finally get somewhere and we decide to eat. Take the sunglasses off, put them in the case. We eat, pay the bill. Boom, we out of there. The next day, headed down to the pool. Sunglasses. Oh, shit, what are sunglasses? Damn, what are sunglasses? Oh. Left the sunglasses on the damn table, paid for the check, and bounced the hell out. Went to the damn security once again. They said, give us a minute, we'll find out. Come back and holler at us in an hour. You believe somebody in Vegas turned my damn shit in? They probably just saw that it wasn't no designer, Dior, Gucci shit, and they were
prescription sunglasses.
And was like, I can't see shit in here. Fuck this. Somebody come here. I found this. I don't want this.
Hey, you're shit. 2 for 2 on the anonymous forgetful homie, bro.
I gotta chill out with.
Don't go for 3 for 3.
I was saying I gotta chill out with them gummies, man. I mean, yeah, they might be helping with the pain, but I mean, hey, I'm out here forgetting more shit than I used to. Okay, so yeah. I'll have to relax.
Odds aren't going to roll in your favor. It's just like sometimes you got to pull back from the sports betting. You got to pull back from being Mr. Announce Big Forgetful Homie, because that shit will turn around and bite you in the ass. Sooner or later, you're going to leave your wallet around, and then your identity will be submerged.
Yeah. Well, see, and it's worse now because while I'm sitting up here trying to, I got too much shit to carry now, dog. I'm holding a fucking cane. I'm trying to hold whatever kind of shit I'm drinking. Okay. Right. I got a phone, and this is all happening through the house. So I'm sitting shit down constantly.
Keys,
I never know.
I'm going to grab this and then put this in this pocket. And then I need this.
When I was walking fine, everything went into a pocket and I walked. Okay, now I'm carrying all this shit. Canes to carry, and juice, and it's too much shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're able-bodied out there, don't take for granted what you got, okay? Because shit gets hard when you can't do shit, okay? When you can't do shit, I'm telling you, all kind of other stuff starts coming out.
That's right.
Now you done put shit down and forgot you left it.
Well, we popped one off, a little better late than never. Appreciate everybody for the patience, and we thank you all for listening. Please subscribe, rate, and review on whatever podcast platform you listen to. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family, and shout out to Chris, the producer. He does all the hard work for everybody out there. So peep it out, and then check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe and smash that like button there as well. And follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, Announce Big Homie, at homie_anonymous. We appreciate y'all listening. You got anything else for the people there, Mr. Forgetful Anonymous Big Forgetful Homie?
I forgot. This is Funner.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag StixandSports.
Winners don't make excuses.